This is another video for all those FC students out there. Today we're focusing on the writing again, and specifically I'm going to teach you how to write a very good story in about 6 minutes, or at least to improve your stories. Alright, let's have a look at the type of question that you're going to be facing. First of all, you're going to see something like this. Your story must begin with this sentence, and then there's going to be the start. So, Jack was not looking forward to going to the library. And you've got to continue on from here. But they have some further challenges for you as well. It also says your story must include a photograph and something to do with music. Yeah, so these are your challenges. So now you should spend some time planning your work, thinking of some ideas. So maybe Jack was going into the library, he talked to one of his friends as he was looking for a geography book. He opened it and an old photograph fell out of a boy playing a guitar. Something like, you see what I mean? You've got to get that imagination going, alright? So have a little look at this. This is the type of challenge you're facing. So, let's go straight to the tips. So how do you write a good story? First of all, and these are some of the mistakes and exactly the same things that I teach my students. I think there's like 6 or 7 points here that you should be mindful of when you're writing a story. Stories have already happened. So this means that we use lots of past tenses. Not only past tenses, there are other tenses we use, but a lot of the time, because things are happening in the past, we use past tenses. Yeah? It makes sense. So you have to be careful of your grammar when you're writing a story, and a lot of people absolutely kill their stories because all their tenses are all over the place. That's not a very good start when you write a story. This seems like a very obvious one, but a lot of people don't do it. Use your imagination, as I said before, and spend some time thinking creatively. Brainstorm some ideas, plan your story, what's going to happen, okay? And this, some people out there and some students, I have students that are just amazing story writers. They're better than I am. They just have this amazing creativity, and you either have it or you don't. Your teacher will definitely be able to tell you whether you should consider writing the story at FC, or maybe you'd be better suited writing an article and review. And don't be offended, there's nothing wrong with this. It just depends on your style as a person. All of you out there, I'm sure, can, if you spend time using your imagination and creativity, can write a decent story. Which will get a good mark in the FC exam. But as I said, some students are just better at stories than others. Okay, so use descriptive language. It's a story, okay? So you need lots of adjectives and adverbs, okay? Because this really brings your story to life. That's what it does. For example, have a look at this sentence. He walked into the forest and saw one of his friends. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. But let's check this version of it. This is how it probably should look. He walked slowly into the cold, dark forest and was relieved to see his friend. Now you see, that is how you have to write. Because here, walking slowly, we can identify with that. It's more realistic. You're cold and dark. Already we're getting that creepy feeling. And relieved to see his friend. Whew. Okay, we're identifying with it. You're bringing the story to life. This is essential that you do this. And this is the difference between a truly great story and a okay story. Alright, use direct speech. What's direct speech? Direct speech is simply like this. Oh no, she screamed. Don't move, she whispered. Yeah, things like that. And again, you just keep writing it in the sentences. We don't need a whole dialogue going down of this. No, just one or two of these per story, no more. Just to emphasize the most dramatic part or the climax of your story. Paragraphs. A lot of people forget paragraphs when they write stories. I don't know why. I would recommend the standard 3 paragraphs. And there's going to be more of that in a minute. And here we go. Linking words. These are important because they show how your story unfolds. Yeah? First of all, then, after that, after some time, at that moment, suddenly, finally. Okay, they show an order to your story and help it flow and help you connect things together. Very useful little words. And lastly, as I said, 3 paragraphs. So you really should organize your work. Yeah. So here you can have a title. I don't think you have to have a title. You can if you want. It's a good idea too. Most stories have titles. In your first paragraph, you introduce it. Who, where, what, when, and why. Yep. This is where you set up your story, your protagonists, and get the reader up to speed with what's happening. In the middle paragraph, you write your story, basically what happens, and in the last paragraph, you write your ending. It could be a happy ending, a tragic ending, a funny ending, anything you want. And that is the best part about writing the story. Or a story, I should say. I hope these tips have helped you. I know if you follow these tips, you'll write much, much better stories. And as with any other writing, it's practice, practice, practice makes perfect. Okay? So subscribe to get all our latest videos. There's going to be videos on reviews, reports, emails, you name it, we cover it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.